Hey everybody, it's John Haynes again from the Allen's Autosound corporate offices, and we have another new product to do an unboxing on, and that's Rydeen Mobile Electronics, and they've introduced a new smart mirror. And the thing that makes this a little different than the other ones they've had before, as well as the other brands on the market, is this mirror incorporates the newest craze, which is a dash cam DVR that's built right into the mirror. So again, the part number on this is an MN450S. And we'll take a look and see what's inside the box. One of the advantages to doing replacement mirrors is if you want to add the features that this product has, which we'll go over, and you don't want to touch the dashboard of your car. Let's say you like the way the radio looks, or it's integrated in the styling of your car's dashboard. This is a really great way to do it. You just take off the factory mirror and replace it with one of these aftermarket replacements. So anyway, we'll open the box here, and hey, guess what? You know, every box we open seems to start with an owner's manual, and this one's no different. So I would definitely recommend that you read the owner's manual. I say that every video, and it seems kind of silly, but most people don't, and then you'll sometimes get stuck and don't know what to do. So take a look at the owner's manual, browse through it. I always do. This we don't need, and here is the mirror. Before we talk about that, we'll get this out of the way. There's your wiring harness. This basically has a dedicated input that plugs into the back of the mirror, and then everything else runs down the A-pillar of the vehicle and is installed professionally. You have power, ground, ignition, and also a rear camera input. So this is a great time to add a backup camera to the car if you change your mirror out. And this is a wiring sleeve cover, so anything that shows on the windshield is covered up by this plastic sleeve, so it looks very factory, nice clean looking installation. So let's set this stuff aside here and take a look at the mirror. And here we go. Okay, very good. So here we go. This is the Rydeen mirror. And this is a standard size replacement rear view mirror, so this is the same size as the mirror that's in your car. It has an anti-glare reflective surface, so at nighttime when there are headlights behind you, you're not going to be blinded by headlights. To be accurate, this is not an auto dim mirror like some of the factory mirrors. This is a film that's put on the mirror that cuts down the glare from the headlights. And right here behind the glass is a 4.3-inch capacitive touchscreen, and this is where your menu icons and your mapping and any information will pop up. So it functions as a regular rearview mirror, but when you want to use the mirror, you can this part will display, and same size as a good size Garmin portable navigation. So it's a good size screen. The older models used to be only a 3.5-inch, so in the last year or two, most of the manufacturers that make this kind of product have gone to a bigger screen, which is the 4.3. On the back of this, I said this is the dedicated line here. This is what would get covered up by that piece I showed you earlier, and this is all tucked away and mounted in the headline of the car. You don't see any of this wiring. This mirror comes pre-mounted with a standard, what they call a Tombstone Mount. This will fit almost every car on the market. And the installation for most cars is simply unloosen a set screw, slide off the factory mirror, slide this one on, and tighten it up. And then, of course, you know, adjust for angle just like your factory mirror does. Just in case you have a car, let's say some of the Hondas or Fiats or some of the Dodge products that require a little different mount, Rydeen sells a wide variety of mounts that fit on this mirror and will allow us to put on virtually every car on the road. So they're not very expensive. I think their retail price on them probably $30, something like that, and that allows you to put this on any car. So on the back of the camera, or I'm sorry, on the back of the mirror, you see the lens here. This is for the dash camera. So obviously it's a pretty good place to put a dash cam. It's right in the center of the car facing out the front window. And this is, some people call it black box, some call it a DVR, dash cam, whatever you want. But this is a camera that looks down the road and will record an image of you driving down the road. On the bottom of the mirror, there's a little trap door entrance here, And behind this trapdoor entrance there are two micro SD slots. The mirror comes with an 8 GB micro SD, and it can accept up to a 32 GB micro SD card. And one of them will remain in here all the time for dash cam recording, and the other one you can put music files on or image files and play those back through the mirror. So, but the main purpose of the SD card is for the dash cam itself. All dash cams do what's called continuous loop recording. So they'll continue to record until they reach the end of the storage, and then just start recording over what they've already recorded, so that they just go over and over again, right? And you can record on an 8 gig card about 4 to 6 hours, maybe 8 hours, and then it starts to record over itself. A 32 gig card will handle a full day or more of recording. Now, the mirror has a built-in G sensor or shock sensor, which means that if your vehicle exhibits a strong impact, like an accident for example, the 20 seconds before that impact and the 20 seconds after that impact will be stored in a separate file that cannot be overridden. So even though the dash cam is looping its recording around, that file will be protected for review later. You can also do that manually. There'll be a button on the screen that you can select that will freeze a moment of the video recording. Let's say, for example, something really interesting happens in front of your car. You want to post it on YouTube for your friends to see. You'd be able to save that file and come back later and download it on a computer. You can also take pictures, images from the camera. So if there's a beautiful sunset or something like that, you'd be able to actually take a picture of that and store that image. So everything's done through a touchscreen here. You've got buttons here on the mirror, of course, because normally if it's just a mirror, none of this stuff shows. But if you turn the mirror on, you have a touchscreen. You have menu icons you can choose, and so you've got a dash cam, right? So you can watch your playback on the mirror itself, or you can take your SD card out and play it back on your computer. And this mirror also has built-in GPS navigation. So this would be a feature that maybe you wanted to add to your vehicle but didn't want to trade out your whole radio. And this is a great way to get GPS navigation in the car. So you've got a touchscreen GPS, put in your address, destination, whatever, and it's going to function just like a regular GPS. The mirror has a built-in speaker, so you don't have to interface with the vehicle anywhere except just changing out the mirror, which is a good way to do it. So built-in GPS. There's some music playback, but it's going to play back through the speaker, so I'm not going to say it's going to be really high fidelity, but you're going to be able to do it. And then of course you've got the dash cam built into the mirror that you're going to be able to review videos either on the mirror or also on your computer at home. So again, this is the Rydeen MN450S 4.3 inch screen, built-in integrated dash cam, built-in GPS navigation, capacitive touchscreen, and just a really good way to add some features to your car without touching the rest of the dashboard. Available at any and all Al and Ed's Autosound locations. You can check our store locator out at al-eds.com. And once again, thank you for watching our video.